Okay. What's over here? See? There's the Autzen.
Were those shoes pink that I saw?
Those shoes are supposed to be pink.
They're the same color as your jacket.
Okay, you see that jacket? The stripes on the jacket are supposed to be red.
They're very pink.
That's an Avs jersey that's supposed to be maroon. Let's see. Yeah, more shit. Hey, it's you!
Hey, I know that guy.
A computer and some bobblehead.
Computer? Hey.
Hey, kid, I'm a computer. Did you ever see those?
Probably. It sounds very familiar.
The old G.I. Joe Fencer films where they were the G.I. Joes, but they were dubbed over with like stupid guys saying shit.
Yes.
It's old internet.
Yeah. It's kind of like the I'm the Juggernaut, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that.
Back when the internet was, you had to like go to websites to find your comedy.
Right?
Instead, just like, oh, go to YouTube.
Hey, how do you like Jake's pink jacket, Dave?
Yeah.
Pink.
I also have the newest addition to my jersey collection, the Sewn On 5.
I could tell it was
Look at you,
sewn on.
picnic table looking ass bitch.
Hey, it's a Pizza Hut looking ass bitch, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Get it right.
No, you know that Craig Robinson commercial?
Oh yeah.
It's that.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I got it for $10.
Stand
They
up,
wanted
give us a little
25,
twirl.
but I paid 10.
That's fair.
Stand up, give us a little spin. See what the back looks like.
You want to see the whole deal? You want to see how the ass look?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let
You know
me
what I do?
wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Oh, it's a whole fucking get up.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Let's see if I zips it up.
You
Oh,
look like
fucked up.
you look like if they decided to stop having racetrack girls and just had drunk guys from the audience do it.
I keep fucking it up. I'm really good at putting on a zipper right now. 0 for 2. Third time's a charm. Let's go.
One would have thought it was a condom.
Well, you know,
That reminds me of the Cole Carter losing his virginity story. Hey,
Hey, nice.
have I told you guys that, or have you heard that story?
doubtful.
It's a very short story.
See, it looks more red now.
Little, yeah.
Mm.
So Cole is about to get some first time,
Oh yeah.
and the girl's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Put this on. Will I go in there?" So he's like, "All right." So she goes to the bathroom, and
It's like, how do you
comes,
do that?
She comes back, and he's sitting there with the unrolled condom.
Does
in
he try to put it
hand
on his
and the wrapper,
balls?
and he's like, I don't get it. it's just unrolled. She's like, God damn it. But that's
Like, let me show you. I the first time I snapped it because I was like
on purpose.
No, I was like pulling
Oh.
pulling the like the top part, the part that I was like pulling it because it was already a little tight because I didn't understand things that were the way that they were at the time. I just thought
Right.
that I'd seen a lot of porn, so I thought it wasn't but
Necessary?
yeah, no, well, not necessarily that, but like,
Well, that's my answer.
yeah, wow, oh yeah. Anyway, so like, I wasn't exactly sure. Yeah, I didn't get the banana and the condom thing, so I like wanted to make sure I wasn't like choking my dick, and like it wasn't gonna like fall off from like
I think
blood.
that's half of the fun.
Oh yeah, but like I didn't want to get like blood trapped in there. I was worried about it becoming like a tourniquet situation.
Right,
because it
right.
already felt extremely tight.
It's
Like
the
I knew it was
logic
gonna
of
be
the situation as a teenage boy. Like I
right.
get it.
Right, yeah, and it was like I knew it was going to be tight, but it felt tighter than it should be. I later
what she
realized that I later realized that it was a size of the prophylactic issue. So, but I'm pulling it, trying to get it to the base of my dick, and it slips and snaps.
Oh, hey, Rick.
Yeah, and so that was my first experience with the condom.
Yikes.
My first experience was Austin Powers saying that only gays and sailors wear condoms. So
So perfect.
Dave
for
was
you.
like, well,
I
I'm gonna
wore
just
them all
do
the time.
both. Yeah.
You're
There
like
we go.
2 for 2.
The Ducks are up on Cal, in case anybody's scoring at home or at my home.
Well, hopefully the Ducks are scoring at home.
Yeah, well, they're on the road,
Hey,
so
you don't
I
score
hope
until
not.
you score.
That's true. That's been proven.
It's true.
Man, every time I watch football and they're like, "Oh, I tackled at the 3-yard line," and people are like, "Oh yeah, here we go, touchdown." I'm like, "You don't score until you score, dude."
Did you watch that? Who was that? The fumble at the one
The
when he tried-
Bengals.
Yeah, the Bengals and yeah.
98-yard fat guy touchdown.
Yep, you don't score until you score.
Were we playing Call of Duty when that happened and I had it on?
Yeah.
I think so.
We were about to jump into another round.
Yeah,
and you
and
had
I had
it on
playing on the side TV.
Yeah, and then
I'm
you're like, you got to see this. So then I got on my phone and started
right,
watching the game.
Right.
Yep.
I need to get a monitor for
and
my
Sammy Watkins
my computer.
almost won the game for
So
him.
close.
So close.
You need to get what?
I need to get a proper monitor for my computer so I can have the computer going and the TV going at the same time.
There you go. Yeah.
Do you
I
have
have-
to buy those from England because they're proper?
Proper.
The
A
real
proper-
proper monitor.
A real proper monitor. Oh, go get the twig and berries on.
Dave, did you watch that video I sent you of the chick? She's like, so I watched WandaVision, and the guy's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What's One
Wonder?
Division?
Wonder
Yeah.
Vision?
One,
And she's
one-
like, no, WandaVision.
like One Direction.
And I'll
He's
tell
like,
you,
oh, WandaVision. That's what I said.
I'll tell you, there was some.
I'll tell
some
you.
big- well, I'll tell you. I saw some big booty Australians. I came to say hello.
Oh.
But when they come through, they change the way you speak in a weird way because now all of a sudden I say Zenith. I don't say Zenith anymore, and because Zenith is spelled with a Z, as you may know, these young ladies educated me.
Oh.
Like the lost city of Zed.
I would like for them to also educate me.
Yeah. That's why next time they're gonna come in, I'm gonna be wearing the Pizza Hut track. I want to wear this to Pizza Hut.
They might
Yeah.
just treat you as like a fucking executive or something.
Right,
They're
they're
like,
like,
oh shit, the
yeah.
CEO's here.
Well, I looked the thing up.
The
Like, they
owner
were
of
selling
Pizza
it.
Hut is
They
here.
were selling. They're like, Mr.
The
Hut, it's
Pizza
a pleasure
Hut
to
is
see
here.
you.
Pizza the Hut.
Pizza the
He's here.
Hut. But like, I looked this thing up, and
pepperoni.
they were selling these things for 100 bones, and I was like, okay, yeah.
Somebody bought it and was like, well, Halloween's over. Fuck this.
Well, they probably bought it and like they wore it once, or it wasn't the right size, or they just didn't like the way, or they realized that they couldn't pull off a tracksuit,
That's fair.
or they're like, yeah, this was a funny idea, but I can't wear this.
I like
Meanwhile, I'm like, I'm gonna wear it all the time.
Right?
Like I'm gonna wear it to Domino's and see if anybody comments.
I like when we go to Vegas and then we all wear tracksuits because that's fun. Because people are like, oh my god, they're like a team. Can we take your picture? Can I take
Yeah.
a picture with you? And I'm like, yes.
Got
That's
Mia
it.
her
That's
Let
the
me
first.
only way I can pull off tracksuits is like event tracksuits.
A team.
Yeah. Like
See, Dave, you put your own style on the tracksuit though. You roll up the sleeves.
yeah,
That's
true.
you got your own thing.
You
with
look
it.
very like Filipino or Asian when you
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
See, my thing is I
So
put on
long,
wild
gay boy.
I put on wild shoes with my tracksuits.
Mhm.
So I've got a gray one and a blue one, and I've got a cavalcade of shoes over here that I can pair with those.
I got a few.
I got Mia her first tracksuit. It's got flowers all over it. She digs it. Yeah.
Riv has a couple of like sweatsuits that are like sweatpants and a hoodie. She likes wearing them, but she left the sweatpants to one of her favorite set at her mom's,
Of
and
course.
so she couldn't wear it, and she can't wear it here or there.
She's
like,
so she's
oh,
got to she
That
can't
sucks.
she's got to put the stones in the infinity sweatsuit.
Mm-hmm.
Infinity
Exactly.
sweatsuit is the name of this pre-show.
Oh, for sure.
But now
it
I want them in every
it makes
color.
it
They're
sound
so
like it's so
comfortable.
insulated. You just keep sweating until you die.
That was me before I tried to get this job at Delta, man. It like let me tell you how bad I wanted this
Let me
job.
tell you.
Boy, let me tell you how bad I wanted this job. So first of all, I didn't smoke weed for like 5 weeks.
I was thinking about this morning because I remember, man, Jake was so angry when he was trying to get this job because he wasn't smoking weed.
No, like I wasn't smoking weed, and like I had a Bailey-like issue where I didn't rinse the cup properly, and so I like my number kept coming back at 300 like every day because I wasn't properly rinsing the cup.
Oh my God.
Or no, what I was doing something wrong. I was with the way I was measuring it. But like, yeah, but in any event, like I was a lot cleaner than I thought I was, but I
Yeah.
kept just not seeing progress. And I was getting increasingly frustrated because I'm like, how high was I? Like, the answer was yes, apparently. But yeah, so it was like 5 weeks, and then I spent like 5 days in a row in a sauna for like 2 hours.
It's like a sauna.
Like 2 1-hour sessions in a sauna. And as you guys may or may not know, if there's one thing I hate, it's being hot.
I also
And-
hate
That must be hard because you're like switched on 24/7.
Oh yeah, baby. Oof. My dick's so hard right now. No, but
You
anyway.
can be hot without having a boner, dude. Jesus.
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
But I had on 3 pairs of sweatpants and 3
boner
sweatshirts.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, there we go. Boy, let me tell you about my boner. I had a boner 2 weeks in a row. I called my doctor. I called everyone I knew. But yeah, anyway, whatever.
Yeah, well.
And then I'm going to AEW next week.
No, we did that.
No.
We already did that episode.
I gotta go grab my notes. I'll be right back.
All right.
Grab your nodes, your nads, dude. If you get the opportunity, like they went to Portland. I know it's kind of a trip for you, but like it was AEW's pretty solid show, man. I had a lot of fun. Yeah.
Well, maybe I should drive up and you should drive down, and we'll go to an AEW show.
I'd meet you in Portland for an AEW show. That'd be rad.
What do you call it?
Aww. Robin.
Ew.
Robin, like, can we just call it aww?
No, that's what they say whenever they. Oh, Dave, I gotta send you this. Oh, this fucking botch.
A botched what? Surgery?
No, it's a botched power bomb by a chick.
Oh, so which leads to surgery?
Yeah, found it.
Ah,
Yes.
drop stuff. Fuck.
Robin, remember that video I sent you this morning, that power bomb?
What now?
The video I sent you this morning of the power bomb?
This morning you sent me one?
Was it this morning? I think it was
You
this
sent
morning.
me one yesterday or the day before of that.
Yeah, it was
chick that-
yesterday or the day before. Yeah, I just sent it to
Like-
Dave.
It's funny because, like, to me, I didn't think it was that bad. But then later I saw another thing that was like, she screwed up or she shit the bed twice or something. And then you see that she had actually shit herself.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
And I was like, oh,
Wait,
that's
the
way
chick-
worse.
The chick doing the powerbomb shit herself?
One
I
of
think
them.
so. One of, yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah, that's like her ass. It's full ass
But
on the table.
But no, that's not the worst part. The other girl completely misses the table.
Right. Which, I mean, like,
Yeah,
to
no,
me,
that's what I mean. I mean, those go hand in hand.
like,
The power bomber
it
lands
probably
ass down on the
sucks.
table, or the power bomb missed the table in completely.
Well, you're looking at a 12-foot drop flat on your back when you're expecting
Oh,
to
yeah.
drop it at 8 feet.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Onto
but the
onto
power you're going
concrete.
through at that point, like, it doesn't matter because you're both going. It's not like a regular power bomb where you're getting thrown. Like, you're both going. So you both have that. It's like being in a car, you know,
That's
like
fair.
with your seatbelt on. So, like, to me, it didn't seem like it was that bad. Like, it was just, you fucked up. But I was like, it's a shit move because you fucked it up, but it only just looks bad.
The blonde chick probably will have some bruising, like on her tailbone and lower back.
And some spinal stenosis later in her
Yeah.
career.
Yeah. But hey, play the game.
It's all about,
the game. Let's see. I gotta take some notes too. Well, I guess I don't really need to because I'm surrounded by the shit. So I was gonna talk about my greatest thrifting day in recent memory.
Seemed like it was a pretty good one,
Yeah. No, I didn't even cheat for half of it.
right? Dave and I watched The Last of Us on HBO,
What's that about?
the video game.
I feel like I played the first one,
It
but
was on PlayStation 2, I think.
I'm trying to
It's
remember
the
the one I played on.
first episode, and it's already being hailed as the best video game representation of best video
TV
game movie.
representation of a
Video game adaptation.
Yeah, adaptation. That was the word I was looking
Yeah.
for. The best video game adaptation ever.
Also, if you go to IMDb, it's the highest ranked show now, above Breaking Bad. But it's only one episode in, so
Yeah. I mean,
Breaking Bad is like.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The show's got time to fall off quick and just peter out at the end.
Peter.
All right, well, we can talk about it after he says, all right.
Don't want to talk
or
about
whatever
it.
he says.
Then why not?
Well, hey.
Be about it.
And he says, don't want to think about it. I say that. God damn it.
Spoon Man.
Oh, we can talk about the Nuffle playoffs.
Yeah, we can.
And-
I watched some of them. Like I
think I watched all of them.
After the Seahawks didn't play very well in the second half and the Chargers debacle, I was like, I'm tired of watching my teams lose.
Let me
in the second
rephrase.
half.
Yeah, I watched the first two that first day. And then kind of the same thing. I was like, well, I don't really care. So I had them on.
I went fucking thrifting.
You did. Wasn't that on Saturday though?
No, the games were on the
Saturday.
Seahawks. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember what I was doing on Sunday. It wasn't watching football though.
I don't know.
I checked in on. No, I didn't even watch them. I didn't watch a single down of the Monday night game.
See, and I had that one on, and that's the one I watched the least. I put it on, and I was like, this game sucks.
The only funny part was the guy kicking.
How is Dallas beating anybody? But then I realized Tampa Bay has no defense, and
Tampa Bay is dog.
Oh, that's why. And then I went and saw that movie Megan with Riv and Grayson, which was actually funny because it's a PG-13 Blumhouse film, and they're both like they fucking loved it.
Nice. What did you think of my speaking of Megan, what did you think of my take well, I guess we can talk about that during the show.
Okay.
Because the minute long snap I sent you while I was driving from Arlington.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely have to bring that back up.
Because I was deep in
thought. But it cut off at the end, and I was like, I don't know.
I definitely had more to say, but like I didn't want to start another minute long.
Oh, I was fine with it. I was like,
yeah,
here we are.
Yeah, here we are again. Here we are back. Jake's talking. We're just here for the ride.
Yeah. I was surprised to see Alex sent a text today.
One in a row.
That doesn't happen.
Well, he kind of got directly called out.
I mean, a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you have 9 months to figure this out, and then Bailey's like, dude, that's not enough time for Alex to figure anything out.
Right.
My bad. And suddenly he's like, well, that actually I could probably.
But there's no F1 on that weekend, so I don't know. Is it going to be worth it?
Like it's funny because I looked it up and I saw that there was no race, and I'm like, he's going to say that there's no race.
You should have thrown that in there.
Yeah. Well, like he would want to watch the race is why he would. Yeah.
But you can flip it and be like, and you have time to drive back because you're not going to miss a race.
Fair.
Yeah.
And we all need vacations.
Yeah.
We'll just say that.
And then we're going to the Vegas race the next month anyway. Oh shit, we have 3 home games in November.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Vegas is happening for me this year.
Just look at something.
There's 7 home games and 1 road game that I'm going to be in attendance for. I'm going to 8 football games out of 12.
That's a busy schedule.
I might
schedule.
It's a really good one. I might have to miss a lesser game. Like if I'm struggling, I might have to miss a lesser game.
Well, they're at the start, so.
Well, not one of the. Well, wait. Let me look at the schedule again. Or do they do the thing where it's like really decently spread? Let's see. All right, so we got garbage, trash, prime. We got a month off. That's fine.
Yeah, we don't have anything from the 23rd to the 21st.
Well, except for
September to
the
November.
Washington game.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a big spread between Colorado and Washington State. And then back to back with Cal and
I
SC.
feel like the Vegas race, it's right before Washington. Washington and Oregon both have buys the same week.
Nice.
I feel like the Vegas race though is the same week as our Arizona State game.
Let me look at that calendar really quick.
I literally
Vegas.
just saw
It is. It's the week off.
All right. Well, I guess I start saving every dollar I can.
Dude, those tickets are fucking expensive as hell.
Oh, you don't need tickets to go to the Vegas race. We go stay at the Alara, which is right next to the road that they go down between Top Golf and Alara.
Mm-hmm.
And we watch from the fucking hotel. Yeah.
Yeah, point there. It's got a great view of that, of where the turn's going to be.
It's pretty cool.
I was completely crestfallen and had given up on the idea of that happening because I was like, there's no fucking way I can afford these tickets. That's ridiculous. But
yeah, suddenly there's flight tickets.
Suddenly there's hope.
Yeah, and the
suddenly
what did we pay last year? Like $200 each for our like 5 days.
I think you guys ended up paying a little bit more because remember I only stayed 2 nights.
Probably. I mean, I paid it all up front, so I don't even remember. I just remember getting paid back. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember paying you back when I got there or when we saw each other because we flew in together.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, this negotiation this week becomes incredibly higher.
Remember that lady on the plane? On the plane from LA to Vegas?
She was gonna play some slots.
She got all pissed off at us because it was Robin and I, and then there was like, was it 2 chicks?
Oh yeah, you kept saying the N-word.
Yeah, that's right, and she happened to be black. I didn't notice because I don't see color, but but yeah, she just got all pissed off because Robin and I and the 2 chicks were all chit chatting and getting excited. We're like, yeah, and
we're going to Vegas,
and we had already been drinking in the airport in LA
because we had like a 3-hour layover. Yeah. We had a pizza and like
you had
several doubles.
You had a 3-hour LA over.
I think we had 4 or 5 double Jack and Cokes each.
It was a lot.
Yeah, because I took a picture. It's somewhere in my phone, but I took a picture of our stacked up cups, and I was like,
I just saw it the other day.
I remember one time Julio and I were flying to Seattle from Eugene, and they put us in a little puddle jumper, and he had filled up several of those 3-ounce bottles of mouthwash with vodka, and we got completely smashed on the flight from Eugene to Seattle.
That's awesome.
Like, it was funny because like the Vancouver office had this reputation for being the party crew, and like they showed up at the big meeting with fake margaritas. Yeah. Meanwhile, Julio and I are pounding doubles in the bar. Like the night after or after everything, we ended up at an open bar in this place, and we're like, hey, can we each get 2 and what whiskeys do you have? That we want 2 Manhattans with that, and put it on Barnacote. It's like that video where the guy's like, yo, I'm gonna need 40 bottles of champagne, 6 orders of wings, and put it on his tab right there. That's Paul Pierce, man. He's got it. He's good
That
for
guy's
it.
funny. His videos are funny.
Oh, speaking of which, Oregon Ducks football schedule's on the TV right now.
Yes, it is.
How do you like that?
It helps when they're showing a basketball game that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
Like, hey, football. You're like, huh?
We played the old Rainbow Warriors this year.
We do. We play the Bows, and
I got to go to that game.
yeah, of course you do. So here's the other thing. Like, I'm bringing my family to the Portland State game for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's going to be a big blowout, so everything's going to be fine and dandy like sour candy. Number two, I absolutely can't bring them to the Hawaii game.
Why?
Well, because the difference in quality between Hawaii hose and Portland hose.
Oh. These are mainland Hawaii hoes, though.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
And sometimes
except for the ones who are
no.
family members.
Oh, here it is. I'm like looking for. I'm like, man, what would I have named that fucking thing? Oh, Vegas. That makes sense.
Oh God, I can already see it happening. We're at the Hawaii game. Hot Hawaiian chick walks by, and I just walk by and say, "Oh yeah, Vegas Dave."
Vegas Dave. And the very next picture is Nicolas Cage. Because we were watching Face Off in our room on the big projector.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were watching on the projector.
Oh my God.
Dude, I watched the whole Snyder cut on that thing.
Yep.
I remember seeing you sent videos of that.
That was cool.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember what you guys were doing. Did you go to sleep or something?
It was like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m.
No, it wasn't. That was the day we got back to the room at like 9.
That was your chill day.
Maybe that was it. Maybe we were fucking hammered.
Well, because I think Trevor.
Let me retell the
Trevor
story as I recall it being told to me. Everybody got to Vegas on the first day, and Robin likes to just kind of set down roots and chill on the first day. So he set up shop and watched the Snyder Cut while everybody else ran around like chickens with their heads cut off. He got some big chicken, and he sat down and watched the Snyder Cut. That's what Robin did.
God, I love some big
Okay,
chickens.
I watched it on a different day then.
I remember you watching it like it was late.
Yeah, you may have watched it a different time, but
And we were all
Robin specifically
asleep.
told the story about being there chilling on the first day. Or were you watching basketball?
There was no basketball because that was we were COVIDed.
Oh, that's right. COVID County.
Fucking COVIDs.
Well, that's how we know we're adults. One of my favorite things about this Las Vegas trip was, watching Snyder Cut on a projector screen.
Projector screen TV.
That's super cool. Top Golf was awesome too, just because I'm not good at golf, but it was fun to go.
Yeah. They just put in a Top Golf here, reasonably nearby, for the 14th when y'all come up and chill.
Oh, I was like, I know that there's pictures of us in. Oh, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God, that's all empty doubles.
Oh my. See, it's starting to look more and more like a party up here.
7 of them.
14th, because Dana's apparently planning on flying up here, which seems strange.
She says a lot of plans, and then nothing ever happens.
Then nothing ever happens. But hey,
who does she think she is? Me?
Sometimes.
I like Dana, your response.
Dave.
Like Oregon has 7 home games Eugene has 7 home games at an airport.
Yep.
Aeropuerto.
Just putting that out there.
Just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
No,
all right, man. Are you ready for a good ass show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show. And I don't have anything. I just walked into this. I was like, all right, time to do the podcast. Don't have a setup for Dave. But it's fucking
down,
Dave.
It's down the hall delay Dave.
Down the hall delay Dave.
Well, I too am following suit when I had something catchy I was going to say, like Monday, and then I forgot to write it down. So it's Robin.
Speaking of catchies, herpes.
Herpes.
It is Robin. What's up, guys?
Speaking of herpes, hey.
Hey, speaking of herpes, look at that tracksuit. Introduced by the one and only, it's Jake.
If anything says herpes, it's this tracksuit from Pizza Hut. That's for sure. Can we say herpes on YouTube? Is that a swear?
Herpes? Yeah.
Herpes?
Can you not say herpes?
That's some medical.
Herpes? You can say
Hey,
herpes.
Dave, before we start, take off your headphones. Wait, when I say go, take off your headphones, turn around, and grab that meat that's behind you and eat it.
Grab
on the
that
left.
Grab
that meat. Grab that meat. Yeah.
Hey, introduce me while he's grabbing the meat.
Well, I'm going to tell him what it is.
Oh.
Okay. So it's a bear salami
I was just
from
about to say it looks like bear.
Fat Josh from across the way.
Oh, I want
okay.
some.
And he brought me over some for Riv, and I was like, oh my God.
Like,
Mhm.
rib, there used to be bears.
Yeah. So she doesn't get here for like another week and a half. So
It's not making it.
You better bring some more.
yeah.
I'm getting high tonight.
This segment brought to you by Josh Bell
Bear salami.
and his giant bear salami.
His giant bears. He's
Wait,
got a big
he
old
told me
dude.
what to say. Hold on, I gotta find it.
Josh Bell and his big old bear salami.
This segment brought to you by Josh's Bear Stick.
Josh's bear stick. Josh's meaty bear
Josh's
stick.
Bear
So
Stick is
meaty.
also the name of the episode, by the way.
Yeah.
So
Dude, we
Or
should
we'll
go to
just call it
Alberta,
My
Canada.
show brought to you by Josh's bear stick.
I'll
What'd you
write
say,
that
Dave?
down.
We should go to Alberta, Canada. They've got a overpopulation of black bears, and I want a black bear.
Well, black bears are our best.
They're so much thicker, like in the rear end.
What?
Huh?
I mean, what? What?
What? I like
Yeah.
a thick bear.
But I guess they just upped. You can shoot 2 black bears a year now in Alberta, Canada.
Dang. Well, I mean, we're pretty liberal with our bear tags as far as I know. Like you can get a bow tag and then pretend you shot it with a bow and then also
You
shoot
can
one with a
shoot it and then
rifle.
stick an arrow in the hole.
Exactly. And then Oregon also has that thing where if you hit an animal with your car, quote unquote, that you just call them and be like, hey, I hit an animal. I'm going to salvage the meat. And they're like, where are you at? Logging Road 257, 17 miles away from Tiller. And they're like, that's in the woods? I'm like, yeah. Son of a bitch came out of nowhere.
They're like,
Came out of
wait,
nowhere.
who's your cell provider? Because how the fuck are you calling us?
I'm on a
US.
sat phone.
Yeah. It's
that
called Nunya.
And what happened?
I think Ryan Reynolds owns it.
Did you see that he had that chat AI thing write his latest Mint Mobile commercial?
No.
Oh my God. Let me see if I can find it and I'll send it to you guys.
Yeah, I'll do.
Because
more
I started to watch it and then I was like, I got class here in like 2 seconds. So
Yeah, well, you look that up. We'll do more jokes about, talking to the cops about, shooting deer and then saying it was hit by your car. It's like, no, I was out here target practicing, so that's why you heard gunshots.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, owner of
But then I was driving away and I hit it with my car, totally.
To save you money. So this year, kicking things off with an
there's the Dave. Oh, I should have sent it to both of you at the same time.
AI technology. This is what I asked.
And then,
Right.
Here.
I said,
oh, you can hear it?
Yeah.
I said, Ryan Reynolds. He's a joke. And let people know that his holiday promo is still going, even after the big wireless companies have ended theirs. This is what it quote. Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here. First of all, let me just say Mint Mobile is the shit. But here's the thing. All the big wireless companies out there are ending their holiday promos, but not Mint Mobile. We're keeping the party going because we're just that damn good. Give Mint Mobile a try. And hey, as an added bonus, if you sign up now, you'll get to hear my voice every time you call customer service. Just kidding, that's not really a thing. Stay classy, everyone. That is mildly terrifying. But
Stay classy.
That was, yeah.
I
That's
love that
funny.
his commercials are, hey, I'm just gonna talk,
Mhm.
and this is the commercial.
Mint Mobile.
Yeah, I own the company. It's $15 a month, and you get to use other companies' cell towers.
Mint Mobile.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll get some Mint Mobile. I
I'm
just paid
pretty
off
sure
my
we just
phone.
made a commercial right now. I'm gonna send this to Ryan Reynolds.
Mint Mobile.
Got Jake in the background. Mint Mobile in a Pizza Hut tracksuit.
just I'm not here. I'm Ryan Reynolds hype man. Just in the background. He's like, "Hi everybody, I'm Ryan Reynolds from Mint Mobile." Mint Mobile.
I feel like that's too much work. He can't have another person. It's just him.
I would have to.
But I
be,
like the idea.
I'll stitch the commercial. I'd just be like, Mint Mobile.
God damn it. I started to write Mint Bobble, and I'm like, the fuck am I writing?
I got a lot of
And then
bobbleheads.
at the end, you do like a little John thing, like,
Yeah,
Mint Mobile.
Yeah,
You can hear people talk.
that's a Samuel
L.
Jackson. How's it taste, motherfucker?
How's that sound, motherfucker?
Oh, dude, I just remembered I watched another movie.
Juice.
We Need Rent Money.
Oh
with
yeah,
Samson Simon. Oh my God.
I forgot
This
about
movie
that.
is not bad. Like, I was laughing. I told Samson in the first 5 minutes I laughed more than the last season of Letterkenny, which was 100% true.
Last season.
Hey,
Like,
nope, we know.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk
Okay.
about it.
All
Because
right.
like I said something to you earlier today, and I think something is happening with the Jared Kesso universe that happened with Seth MacFarlane. That over a long enough period of time, they've entered a comfort zone, and the jokes are just a rhythm at this point.
Yeah.
And now the energy has been turned away from Letterkenny and into Shoresy, similarly to how the energy got turned from Family Guy to American Dad.
Yeah.
And as the show's progressed, I became more of a fan of American Dad and that style of comedy. And I feel like Shoresy is a different style
For
of comedy.
what?
For what?
Huh?
Like it still has a lot of the same call and response humor, but it's different in a way. And so I see myself becoming like more of a Shoresy fan as they like when they said season 2 of Shoresy, I was like, hell yeah, I can't wait.
Right.
When he said season 11 of Letterkenny, I was like,
Right.
okay.
All right.
I was like, I'll watch it.
Dave, what was that joke I hit you with earlier?
That was a.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what the joke was.
Never not funny. I taught Riv that this weekend because we were when we went to go see Megan, and on the way, like she was like, how does she call him? She's like the Rock Dwayne, or the Rock Wayne Johnson. I'm like, no, that's almost it. And then I was like, all right, you need to know who that is. And then she was like, oh, he's kind of awesome. And I'm like, yeah, we watched like
incredibly awesome.
We watched like 10 minutes of his promos, and she was like, he's funny. I was like, he is.
Did you show her the song with Wycliffe Jean? I got 50 Bentleys in the West Indies. It doesn't matter.
I did not.
That song pops into my head every once in a while.
Did you play her that one rap song that he does with Tech Nine?
Tech Nine?
It's about drums. It's about fire. It's about boners and desire.
It's about test. It's about Winstraw. It's about D-ball.
There's
It's
some
about.
whores in this house. We need a Beavis and Butthead version of that song.
Yeah, sir, that's correct.
It's the Rock Wayne Johnson.
The school district is excellent. There's some whores in this house, and the roof is brand new.
Oh my God.
So tell us about Megan. You've mentioned it twice.
Oh yeah. So Megan, not I was like, not Megan Jones. No.
Meg Han, not Megan Fox.
I think I made that joke last week, maybe. But anyway.
You made it in the group chat, maybe? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's on the last week's pre-show episode the episode 0 or whatever we called it.
Yeah, that's because I heard it today. So that's
Right. Anyway, yeah, Megan. So it's this movie about a family that gets a robot doll, and they're like, she's got AI built into her. She can learn this and that, and like that's the short version. Then after a while, the doll like syncs up with one person, so like gets your pulse or some shit, and it's like, all right, you're my person. I'm gonna follow you and protect you. Well, it grows to that, and then eventually somebody like picks on this little girl, and the fucking doll goes after a kid, and the kid gets accidentally killed. The doll doesn't do it, but she didn't not rip his ear off.
the same way Charles Manson didn't kill anybody
Exactly. Very similar. But anyway, like I was surprised there were only
with
like
a saw killer.
4 deaths maybe. One was a dog, but that doesn't happen on the screen.
Yeah,
one,
that'd be too
there was
much
one
of a trigger warning for
right?
everybody in the world, apparently.
I was gonna tell Riv about the time that I was at the car wash and I was pressure washing the front of my car and accidentally like caught my thumb and it just pressure washed part of the skin off.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene like that in the movie.
Ow!
Much more intense. And I was like, oh, that stuff hurts.
I remember my first time with a pressure washer. I was cleaning the concrete, and I'm like 13, so of course I go. Ah, fuck!
There's a point with a pressure washer where you can get your hand in front of it.
Yeah.
But here is not it. Like a
it's
foot.
That's
not
not
it.
nozzle. That's not where you can put your hand.
Nope. Don't want to do that.
There's a hole in my skin. There's a hole in my skin. There's a hole. Yeah, I was like.
But anyway, I liked it. You should see it. I mean, like Riv and Grayson both liked it. They laughed a lot.
Is it a horror?
No, it's not. It's like I would call it like just a regular ass movie, but there just happens to be a little bit of killing. Like it's not even like
a thriller.
Maybe.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. Yeah, no Michael Jackson, but I don't know. It was. I guess you would classify it as like a horror movie because people died and
like
and
a psychological thriller.
Maybe, but like really, there's not much more than what I just told you. Like the kid who is being protected, her parents die in the first 5 minutes.
Nice.
And then they go live. She goes and lives with her aunt who is working on this robot. The robot is a prototype.
Oh, this is like Star Wars.
It's just like Star Wars.
It's just like Star Wars.
Is her
parents
aunt's
die?
name
He goes
Ben?
and lives with the aunt and uncle,
Yep.
building robots out
Brew.
in the desert. Yeah, this is Star Wars. I've seen this movie.
The Uncle Ben is a rice, Dave. I don't know if you know this.
Have you seen that? Have you
No,
seen
that's
Rice?
Spider-Man's uncle.
Oh, yep.
How many Uncle Bens are there in pop culture?
2.
Exactly 2. Well, now 3 if you count the rice guy.
Wait, what? Wait,
Rice man.
are you trying to count Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Wait, it's Uncle Owen. God damn it.
Yeah.
Might be.
Why do you keep saying my B? Like it's 2 more letters and it bugs me.
It's funny.
It's like when people say bet.
Trust.
I'm like, stop. Yeah. Like we're gonna make the grievance list like real fucking early this year.
We're gonna
For
fucking
January.
we're just gonna
You
backdate
typed
that
it a
shit.
couple times and I was like, I'm in an English class, and I'm like, my B. I'm like, is he really fucking doing that? Like he's the English guy. This is gonna make me mad.
Well, you know,
I'm just gonna set the phone down.
sometimes
These people.
sometimes I do things. Yeah. Sometimes I do things because I think it's funny.
I've heard.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't really care. Like I had somebody ask
That's
me
what Letterkenny is.
Yeah, sometimes I ask people, like I was asked, like, why are you so lazy with the way you text sometimes? I'm like, I don't care. Like, you know how much time I spend being proper with language? I'm so tired of it by the time I get to texting. I just don't give a shit anymore.
Oh, that's fair. What about
But,
people that speak Australian?
The people that speak Australian.
Cunt!
Oi, dickhead.
Oh God.
But you know, talking about Megan, kind of sent me on a rabbit hole earlier today. I had a lot of time in the car today while I was at work, just
Yeah.
by myself. And I was kind of listening to podcasts, but it was kind of the thing where you just hear the womp 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 because you don't want to listen to the same 300 songs again.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I just had podcasts on in the background. I was thinking about Blade Runner, and more specifically,
Oh, that's right.
yeah, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, the novel Blade Runner is based on, written by Philip K. Dick. And the whole premise of the story is that Rick is a hunter, basically trying to suss out whether or not a person is a person or an android. And he provides him a test and gives him several different like logic tests, like what would you do in this case. But what he's actually doing is testing to see like how their body responds to the question, not how they answer the question. Like what would a human's response naturally be to this, compared, like if you don't have an emotional response, you know, it would be this way. But the problem therein, it goes into a deep commentary about sociopaths and like what's the difference between someone who feels nothing and an android, and then you know, does an android feel? And
Healthcare.
yeah, if an android feels, what's the difference between an android and a human at that point? Um, yeah, it gets fairly deep. But all this to say, in the concept of the story, if Rick and people like Rick, a small group of people, are the only ones who can tell who is and is not an android, are they truly the only humans left? And are they just duped by everybody else, that they like hidden in plain sight, essentially? Like, hey, go check out those guys that we think are androids. So I don't know. I went deep on a piece of classic sci-fi literature today, and I'm probably way off. And somebody's listening to this just screaming at their ham radio right now.
Are we on ham radio?
We're everywhere podcasts are available.
Oh, is that ham radio?
I don't
Someone's
know.
out there hamming some podcasts.
They have ham on the radio.
Just
My
bacon.
mom had ham for dinner.
Ham.
I had
It's
bacon.
ham.
It's ham.
So are you still mostly plant-based for your diet?
It just depends. Like I don't go out of my way anymore to avoid meat. But like today I also had an Impossible Whopper for lunch. But I had biscuits and gravy with sausage gravy for breakfast.
Yeah,
And dinner I had like 3 pieces of bacon and 2 eggs with
and
some
some
hash
bear
browns.
salami.
So I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
answer is no.
Like I don't go out of my way. Like I will eat if I had easier places to eat just vegetables, I would probably just eat vegetables, but it's whatever.
Fair enough. Would you
A lot of
still
cooking.
would you still slap a carrot on the grill, or are you just gonna have a hot dog?
I'll probably just have a hot dog. Seemed like a lot of work to do that carrot thing. But it tasted not bad, really.
Yeah, he said it tastes pretty good. Like what more did you have to do other than slap it on the grill? I mean, I'm sure you had to peel it.
Yeah, peeled and then just put some olive oil on it.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. You can just throw a hot dog on there.
Yeah, it's like 30 seconds in the microwave.
It's like, and you're like.
When our microwave was brand new, I did it for 27 because 30 it would like almost explode. Now it's like old and tired, and 30
So how
seconds
long
is
would
perfect.
it take to blow up a hot dog anyway?
Well,
And
go
now-
find
Like
out.
I
what
wanna
level
find
of
out.
what level of explosion? Because
But yeah,
like,
do you want just like the casing ends to burst, or do you want
yeah,
to like
I want it
'cause-
completely peeled inside out.
you want it to look like it's been sitting on the roller for too long?
like Megan Fox vagina?
Heyo,
Ha!
That's what it looks like.
I mean, it might.
it's in the sink. But
Oh my god. That joke. Where was that from?
I heard it from Norm.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
I heard the joke like yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah, I did too. It's finally I heard I heard the joke set up for the punchline because I'd heard the punchline 100 times. I'm like, you're just supposed to laugh at it. I'm like, I don't get it, but whatever, we're moving on. But
Yeah.
then I finally heard someone Norm tell the joke. I'm pretty sure it was Norm. And I'm like, okay, now I get it.
I'm gonna look because I think I sent it to you.
Was it you who sent it to me?
I think so.
Because like today, well, I guess that's what I did. I
It
listened.
wasn't today. It was.
I listened to Norm Macdonald's hour-long stand-up, his stand-up, me doing stand-up, which is a great name for a freaking stand-up
So
special.
good. Norm's the best.
And so yeah, that's why I didn't feel like I was listening to anything because it's just Norm Macdonald talking for an hour, which doesn't sound like anything.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember any one joke he told, but like I laughed for an hour.
It sounds like a very Norm Macdonald style of comedy.
I do remember him talking about, I'd never kill a woman in cold blood, but if I were going to, no, I never would. I'd never kill a woman in cold blood. But I'm just saying this is like what I would do. And he just goes on this super long story, and he's like, I find out she likes cheese sandwiches, and she goes to this cheese sandwich shop. So I go to the cheese sandwich shop. I get a bunch of cheese sandwiches. I put them in my van. I wait for this lady. She gets out of the gym. I say, "Hey, lady." And I'm standing there. I got a sandwich in my hand. She's like, "What's that in your hand there?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't have anything in my hand." She's like, "You got some in your hand." I'm like, "Hey, lady, I think I know more about what's in my hand than you do." And it's like, "Oh, it's a cheese sandwich. I got a whole bunch of them in my van."
God damn it.
It just keeps going. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't even.
It's
didn't
like
even know he was sick.
how come every time they find the body it's in a shallow grave? Like we should just start searching all the shallow graves in the area. And that would solve the problem real quick.
God damn it. Oh my god. Oh, we could talk about that cop that decided to bang the whole force.
Oh yeah.
She used like every meme for like 3 or 4 days. It's just this one
Oh, I'm
chick.
still seeing them.
Hashtag back the blue.
And I keep seeing the same one. It's like, why are nobody making memes? Why is nobody making memes about the 5 guys or whatever, 4 guys
That's
that,
a burger.
right? And I'm like, well, they are. Like,
It's a knife.
they're just not as funny.
Yeah, like people are still making the memes, but we're just not laughing at them because like that one, like you can make fun of that one guy's beard. Like that guy's goatee is real bad.
The latest one I saw was the Thomas the Train with her face on it.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Have you
oh.
seen the video of her riding the mechanical bull and it says where it
Yeah.
all began?
Yep. Or somebody changed the police station for that town on Google
yeah.
Maps to a train
Train
station.
station.
Did you see this one, Jake, that I sent you? This girl with no arms riding a hoverboard, and the girl's like about to fall, and she's like, I want to hold on to somebody, and the mom is like, how? I want to hold on to your hand, and the mom is like, how?
Ow.
Oh my god.
It was like that. It was like the one I sent you the other day of the guy with one leg. He's like, oh, look at this guy. He's got his leg all the way in the. Oh.
Oh.
So he got one leg.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, I can't find that fucking joke, but
Oh.
yeah,
It's in
funny
the
shit.
sink.
It's in there. By the way, your cunt's in the sink.
Hey-o.
That was the way I heard it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was, so the joke is this girl.
Oh God.
I just remembered it. So there's this chick, and she's got like a really loose vagina, and she's like, man, I gotta tell my mom about this. Mom, I have this real loose vagina, and the mom is like, oh, just do what I did and go to the butcher and get some liver. You put a hole in it, stuff it up there, and then your guy will never know. So she goes home, does that. The guy comes over. The next morning, the guy was like, man, you were amazing. I just really, I want to marry you right now. I want to buy you a house. We'll get the picket fence, all that stuff. And she's she's like, "Oh my God, that's amazing." And he's like, "By the way, your cunt's in the sink."
But
So anyway, that was the joke.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it hot in here? I'll tell you.
hey, hey, tough crap. Oh,
Oh my God.
I had.
What else do we have written down?
Well, I
You got
had
notes?
yeah. Well, I don't have notes, but I had quite possibly the greatest single day of thrifting in my life.
Did you see Macklemore?
No, I saw me.
He wasn't
But
there.
you may be noticing that I'm wearing this stylish and handsome. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see me currently in the stylish and handsome Pizza Hut tracksuit. Yeah, I got
in Pepto-Bismol pink.
Well, it looks Pepto-Bismol pink for some reason, but it is definitely red. I assure you, it is red. I
Hold
also
something else red up.
I tried that.
He did that. Yeah, he showed us his closet. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pink.
Yeah. That's
And
pink.
I was
All right.
I knew his shoes were pink, but I was like,
Yeah.
"Your shoes are pink, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, but they're pink."
Yep. And
Okay.
yeah, here's Pepsi. Here's Pepsi. I don't know what else to tell you.
I don't know. You're light. You need a
I need a wider,
RBG
wider
light.
light.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Something like that.
I wonder what happens if I turn off this light over here. I wonder if it'll make it redder.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least the stripe is redder.
Yeah, the stripe is.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I gotta get a drink. BRB.
All right. Now I got this
All right,
weird.
well.
Now I feel like I'm about to do.
Now you get to tell some jokes.
Hello. Today we are going to be like. I feel like I'm about to do. Some
I
weird
felt
shit.
like we were about to drop into some ancient alien shit, like.
Big,
I watched
ass alien.
I watched a TikTok yesterday about this guy sitting there like, "All right, you want me to blow your mind?" And he goes and tells this kid like all of these sites around the world with like the huge stone things that are like interlocking and all that they're all on a line and blah blah blah. And he's like, "Weird, huh?" Is that Domino Fats?
Yeah, dude. Look at this super cool
Is
pool
that his
cue.
name? I feel
Yeah,
like that's a pool guy
and
name.
soda fats.
Hey, close enough.
But like, it's got all this ivory inlay in it.
Oh, that's illegal.
It wasn't when this happened.
Oh well, hey.
But yeah, like this thing is super cool. And the green tags at Goodwill were $1.49. And I just kept finding shit with green tags on it. It's amazing.
Show us the picture.
The picture I got, let's see, I'll just get up and grab it.
Yeah, do it.
All right, we're gonna move that there. We're gonna get on up.
Get up!
Get on up!
Get on up! Get up there! Get on up!
Like a sex machine.
Machine! You know what I mean? Yeah.
So this actually had a green tag on it. I didn't even cheat the system.
Yeah,
I
because
got
they
the-
hate the ducks there.
I got the whole chicken tray.
That's so cool. Look, if you look closely, you can see us sitting there.
This is from like 90 something or other.
So the seats we sit in are not there.
Well, the seats you sit on are there, but Dino is not.
Are you sure?
I don't
'Cause
see him.
I don't think those seats were there until like 2000 something.
Well, like that's the spot right there. You can. The glare is bad, but that's the spot.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I've been mistaken. But
Was
yeah,
it
this
the
is
up and under?
the up and under. But yeah, it's Oregon against Nevada. And after some careful consideration, I realized I was at this game.
Oh.
Because Oregon's only played Nevada a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've been at like both of them. One of them was that time that.
When did you say that picture was taken?
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess like 98.
Because my first Ducks game, Nevada
Kellen
was.
Clemens was a quarterback.
here. I couldn't tell you who the quarterback was, but I was a junior in high school. So that was like 2002 season. Was when I saw Nevada play there.
Let's see. He was. Yeah,
Bill Musgrave was the quarterback first time I saw him play.
First, I don't remember who the quarterback was. The first game I ever went to, they played Fresno State. That's all I really remember.
The mascots fight? No, that was Houston.
No, that was Houston.
Same colors.
It makes me so mad how many teams in sports are just red.
They're just lazy.
Yeah.
Like,
let's have red.
That's one of the cool things about Oregon is that they're like, you know what? We're gonna have colors like nobody really has. The A's.
Green Bay.
Yeah,
That's
Green
it.
Bay.
Pretty much it. Clemens was there 02 to 05. So let me see when Oregon played Nevada.
That makes more sense.
03, we'll say. Because I can see very clearly it's Kellen Clemens at quarterback. And I can see also that they're playing Nevada because I can read duck vision.
Yeah.
But it's like a little time capsule because the walls are the old school Bilotti ones, and the boxes on the north end aren't painted black. Like it's a little piece of time. It's really cool.
I wish I had gotten to find out the first year like Dino got those seats, because I don't think he's ever told me. I mean, like I can figure it out, but.
Yeah, found it. It was 2003, September 6, 2003, Nevada against Oregon. And yeah, let's see. If this had an interception with Keith Lewis, I was at this game. Keith Lewis interception. Yep, I was at this game.
That's pretty cool.
And Dave was at that game.
And I was at that game.
That's
right.
Yeah, that's rad.
I was not.
Like I said, that was the first
but I
game
watched
I'd ever
it.
been to.
Yeah.
And we were on the Ducks side, 50-yard line at like 6th row up.
See, this is when my Oregon fandom really started, because my uncle and I were working with Young Life, and I was going into the Duck games to work with the concessions, and I was doing concessions just to get into the games. And that's when I realized later on that I could run the pick and roll, say I was with Young Life and get in through there.
Yeah.
And that's how, that was the first year. That was 2009 when I was running that deal. So it wasn't too much time between when I went to that game to when I started to go on all the games. That's kind of crazy to think about.
Biddle just tried to dunk on everybody.
Yeah,
Did he? Successfully?
No.
No.
He pumped fake from the 3, drove in, got fouled. He's shooting 2.
When did you start regularly attending Oregon football games? Like,
the Oklahoma game was the first one I snuck into and then started sneaking into. I didn't go to every game that season, but I did go. I started the next year when game day came.
The Arizona State game?
It was Arizona or Arizona State, so probably Arizona State.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember Arizona, but might be Arizona State.
Well, I remember heckling a guy at the game day at Arizona State, because that was the one that was over on the other side. It was at Autzen, and it was over by the river.
Yep.
So I'm standing there. There's this one guy wearing an Arizona State shirt that's super, super out of place. Like, does not look like he's enjoying his time there at all. And he's like, I'm standing near the back because that's where I am. He's standing near the back. And like, I just kind of look over and I'm like, hey, I know you can hear me. You're 6 feet away from me. Hey. And he's like, what? I'm like, go home.
Oh my God.
Like, save yourself some time. Go home now. He's like, I live here. I'm like, then why are you wearing that shirt? Go home and change.
I also remember, not Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers might have been the quarterback, but I remember.
That was Cal.
And I know it was a Cal game. Who was the receiver?
Deshaun
Jackson.
John.
Yeah. I remember him kind of torching us.
I remember that. And then Cameron Colvin fumbling.
Yep. That was one of the first games I remember.
I was working at
Where we
Rife's Home
lost.
Furniture during that game. Same with
Mm.
the Michigan game. See, I
Still-
guess I didn't go to many games in 07. I went to a couple games in 08. That was the year Purdue visited, right?
No, Purdue was, well, maybe. I remember the Purdue game when it rained, though. Like it was August or maybe it was early September, but it was like super ball sweating hot in the daytime.
Oh yeah, and they didn't get the
And then-
tube in the back of the end zone.
And then it rained and the fucking crowd went crazy. And we turned it around.
Yeah, it was so like refreshing, and
Because we were like, yes, this is what we needed is a shower. We all stink.
we all
sucked.
like, we all stink.
Ugh.
It all sucks. It's all hot. This is Oregon. It's not supposed
Yeah.
to be like this.
And then Purdue fucking was like, what is going on? It's raining and they're getting better.
It's raining and they like it. Why?
They're having fun. The
Welcome
crowd.
to Oregon, bitch.
There's not a single umbrella in here or even a poncho, and these guys are fucking losing it, dude. And I was in the student section, so it was wild. I miss going to the student section.
Yeah, I wonder like if I would want to even be in the student section anymore.
That's a good question, because the student section is probably not as fun.
Yeah, because
The
I
games
feel
aren't as fun. Like the no re-entry thing is just bullshit.
Yeah.
yeah, because by the time you get like late in the third quarter, unless it's a really competitive game, like you're done.
And it's really funny to argue with people about it on the internet because people want to argue, but they're
Right.
like, "Oh, you just want it because you're an alcoholic." I'm like, "No, it's
No.
like my friends all sit around the stadium. I'm sorry, I'm not 90, and I have friends, but this
I'm
is
sorry,
what
I
we
can't-
do.
I'm sorry, I can't afford to go into the stadium club and get shithoused on wine.
Yeah, I'm not spending $100 a game just on alcohol. That's stupid.
Well, we are, but that's different.
Yeah, it's not
It's
the same,
More alcohol.
and it's better because we brought it.
Right. But yeah, it's like, yeah, it has very little to do with us wanting to be shithoused. It has to do with me not wanting to pay $8 for a hot dog. You know,
Mhm.
let me go out at halftime and make myself a sandwich.
Right. Or maybe
Like-
we brought pizza. Like, yeah. So
Maybe
dumb.
like
So dumb.
me think thou doth protest too much. If you think this is all about alcohol, perhaps you need to look in the mirror and then go to AA.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Dave,
not gonna, that's a long
Didn't
road.
you say you had things to talk about?
Yeah, you gonna say something, Dave? Fucking hell.
Well, I couldn't say a whole lot because you guys were talking about times when I was not in the state of Oregon and or the country. So
Idiot. Idiot. Not even around.
I'm not even around, out somewhere else, jacking off somewhere.
Jacking off all over the world.
Oh, is that a Ludacris song?
Yes.
Jacking all over the world.
So, Jake, have you ever heard of what is it? Colossal? It's a company in the U.S. called Colossal.
Colossal. I've not heard of Colossal.
Don't worry, I hadn't heard of them till today either. I heard about this a while
I
back.
wasn't worried.
But anyways, they're
Should I
doing
be
research
worried?
right now into cloning a woolly mammoth.
I'm worried.
That blew my mind. And of course, first thing was Ian Malcolm in my head.
Just
Spent
because
spent so much time. Oh, Jay, I can't remember the quote now. You know what I
I'm
mean?
trying to figure out whether or not that they could. They
Could.
never thought
Never
that
They
whether
stopped
that
to
they
think.
should.
Yeah, exactly. That one. But they're trying to clone a woolly mammoth, and the first one is supposed to be done by like next year, 2024 is what their prediction is. They're gonna have not a fully grown, but a fully
Not a-
incubated,
Not a
Woolly
fully
mammoth.
mammoth,
not a fully mammoth, the halfy.
a halfy mammoth,
They're gonna call
Holy
him.
Mammoth might be.
They're
the
gonna
name
call
of
him
the
Chub.
episode.
chubby mammoth,
Yeah,
Chub the fully mammoth.
chubby, whatever.
He's a Shetland mammoth.
Shetland mammoth. But yeah,
I
so
think-
they're trying to
Little Sebastian.
Reintroduce the woolly mammoth to an area in Siberia that
Idea. Is that how we're gonna deal with Russia? We're just gonna send woolly mammoths
send
after them?
woolly mammoths after them.
No, you're very well aware that Russia will cease to exist in the
Yeah,
next
I
100 years.
saw that. I don't. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there.
What?
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh,
Did you not send it to me?
I
you
probably
may have.
didn't because you don't read things that I send to you. So I'm like, I'll just not send it to you
Mhm.
and then maybe talk about it later. I will send it to you
Okay,
now,
yeah.
and then you keep talking about what you're talking about. I'm gonna find
Mhm.
the thing.
But anyways, they're trying to reintroduce the woolly mammoth, and they got this park up in Siberia where they're knocking down trees and introducing other herbivore animals to eat all the vegetation that grows after the trees have been knocked down,
Mhm.
because turns out when you've got a lot of trees and vegetation, they absorb the heat, right? And that heat travels to the roots, so it warms the ground.
Yeah.
So they're trying to reintroduce these mammoths as a way, by reintroducing this animal that will naturally knock down trees. They're hoping that they can prove that that's going to help with polar ice cap melting and the
Global
permafrost.
warming.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
some like
it's
that's like some
it's-
backwards reverse science.
Yeah.
Well,
That's like pulling the Uno reverse card on science and saying, nah, fuck you. If we get rid of the trees, it makes it better.
But they're not the trees where it's warm. They're the trees where it's cold. And the trees where it's cold are not very efficient. They're causing more harm than benefit.
But if they're evergreen trees, does it really have to like
It's got to be your bull.
It's gotta be your bull.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking about the practicality of the type of tree that would grow in an Arctic environment. And first of all, it wouldn't be a very big tree.
Or a
And
very
second of all-
fast-growing tree.
or a very fast tree at all.
It would not be very fast, no.
It would not be a very fast tree.
No.
Yeah, like
Is that a
Okay.
Tracy Chapman
Ants.
song?
no, it's the R. Kelly song.
Oh.
No, that's
I don't know. I guess we'll try something. Fuck it, why not?
The Russian pissing tree.
The Russian pissing tree.
I'm going to write
That's
that
the name of
down.
this episode.
Ah.
All right, so Robin, if you can summarize basically what you and I had heard earlier today about the near certain demise of
So it was
Russian
a
Federation.
thing. It was yesterday. A dude on Joe Rogan's show. Let me look at his name. Peter
DeFazio.
Zihan, maybe. Basically said the long version is, or the short version to the long story is that Russia will no longer exist in the next 100 years. So going
like,
back,
even by like 2070,
they said like as soon as 50 to 70 years. So Russia has slowly been a dying population because they keep getting hit by these big wars, and that's killing their young people, which is causing them to have gaps in their population, and basically they're shrinking down to nothing. They were hoping that by acquiring Ukraine that would somehow help the problem, which it probably would have.
But
but
they're just dying trying.
But like
Yeah.
the story that he tells has like two different parts to it. One is how the 3 or 4 different ways that Russia may end up using nuclear weapons, and basically that's the end of Russia. The other part of the story was him talking about how Russia is dying because their people are getting old, and they know it, and we know it, and it's not a good thing for Russia.
It's the Michael Scott. I don't have. How long do I have to wait out you essentially?
Right.
And like one of the things that they said is that basically the U.S. knows where Putin is at all times, and Putin knows that if he fires the nukes, that it's not that Russia will get nuked. It's not that Moscow will get nuked. It's that he will get nuked.
Mm.
Like they will drop one on his forehead. Like,
Yup.
and so he like that's like we are, in my opinion, essentially entering a second Cold War while a war happens with Ukraine.
It's like playing a chess game, and you know the guy's next move that you're playing
Is
to
stalemate.
put them to checkmate at any given time. Like, yeah, and a stalemate is the best they can hope for.
Like they are coming for a stalemate, and you have at any time you can basically
You have mate in one, basically.
and that's the chess section of our podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of
Time of
crazy to
year.
think about, and especially with potential involvement of Belarus and then Iran, like and they said like
Iran.
if it be, and another thing, like if the UN gets involved, like the Russia does not want the UN to get involved
They don't.
because
They're gonna march around in their blue helmets and point fingers.
well, it's not so much that it's more potentially in the 90s, yeah, but this is more of a US led UN, which is, you know, shoot first, shoot now, shoot some more, shoot some later. Then when everybody's dead and we've bombed your island and it's now underwater, maybe we'll ask a question or two.
Here's a ball of water, humanitarian aid.
Yeah, like we have now liberated you. Congratulations.
You have been liberated.
You have been liberated.
Every Russian gets a text at once.
You have been, well, like,
hey, that's what they did to my
Mid-mobile
people.
drops from the sky.
Mid-mobile.
Hi, Russia. I'm Ryan
parachute
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds in.
He's just standing there with his arms crossed.
With his
Oh,
gin his aviation
His aviation gin in hand. Yes.
The
You no
plane
longer
is
drink vodka here.
the plane.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Yes.
He comes flying in, and like he has an exhibition with Wrexham FC against like some Russian team, and he's like, "Hi, Russia, welcome to the West."
So, you've been bought by America. So,
I bet
you've
you're
just
wondering-
watched a nonsensical video.
So you've been bought by America, who borrowed the money from China.
Do you want to know who actually owns?
Surprise, it's Japan.
Japan. Because China borrowed the money from Japan, who is trade partners with the U.S. So we don't know where the money.
Bongo.
Yeah.
We just don't want them to do the Hiroshima thing again.
Yeah, that was not cool. So, if you've been keeping up with the fat electrician, he talked about killing people with pigeons, basically, and how
I
they use.
saw that one.
One of the things that my dad had told me, though, is what they used that technology for later on.
I've heard that story before too.
Do you know what it is? Dave may know, may not know. But they've now trained the pigeons to look for the color blaze orange. And so they use them when they're with the Coast Guard. And if they see the blaze orange, which is the color of most life preservers, they start signaling that they see something in the water. And they can see, you know, miles away from where, you know, a regular person can see. But they'll, as soon as they see that color, they go crazy and they start hitting the button.
I haven't heard that.
What
That's
kind of
where
birds are these again?
Pigeons.
Pigeons.
Yeah, that's what the military used that technology for after they decided to stop using it for a bomb. They decided to use it to save people's lives after they used it to unsave people's lives.
You know, hey, war is innovation.
Have you heard the story of the bombs though that they made with the pigeon guided missiles, basically?
Have you heard that, Dave?
I think I've heard something like that.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
So yeah, the fact that they train these, and for those of you who don't know, well, I'll give you the brief story. The U.S. military decided that they could get a pigeon to act aggressively towards the shape of the enemy ship, and so they put the pigeon in the head of these missiles, or the head of these rockets, and they would tap the glass and essentially lead the missile towards the ship. And when they realized that sometimes they would do something dumb because they're pigeons, they had 3 pigeons in there, and it was basically majority rules. If 2 of them said go right and 1 of them said go left, you would go right. And then they would go right into the ship and blow everybody up in 3 pigeons.
Now you got to train more pigeons.
Yeah.
Luckily,
And so Mike Tyson.
New York
where
has
the
been
saying-
breeding them.
That's where the saying "three pigeons sinks a ship" comes from, right?
Probably.
Yeah, totally.
Pigeonholed? No.
That's something they say, right?
I don't know. You were in the Navy.
Yeah, tell me.
Mm,
Tell
I
me,
think
Navy
we did-
man.
I think it was more like cornhole what you were doing.
Yeah, we used hamsters and gerbils, not pigeons.
Not pigeons.
Yeah,
I imagine the beak.
Makes sense.
that's why it's called gerbling now.
Yeah, but then you got to get the duct tape out, and yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Or
not
just
something.
put a little collar and a leash so you can pull them out.
You're
Always innovating.
yeah, always the U.S. military always
Jeez.
innovating.
Always
innovating.
one step ahead.
That's right. Proof we got you, Putin.
Not just an Aladdin song.
He's got you, Putin. The hedgehog story.
Now it's a hedgehog. Those are spiny. And if they crawl in forward, you're not pulling them out because they're, you know.
That's porcupines.
Well, hedgehogs got spikes too.
Well,
Used to
hey,
have-
Yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah, hedgehogs are kind
Oh.
of just straight up.
Yeah,
Not
they're all
really.
over.
now
They're like
tell me.
yeah.
they're like stepping on one of those little cacti that are. That got,
Woo!
what you got there?
Oh, it's like, what is reflecting behind me? I couldn't figure it out. It's Ric Flair.
Woo! I need to
And-
change. I need to change
and-
my.
And my
Nice.
tape of gangrene.
Oh, dude, gangrene in the backfield.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet that I could sing 90% of that song with the track.
I believe it.
Because right now, like I remember Joe Paterno's litany to the Lions of the Nittany, and they has a song. They
it
do,
doesn't have the words in it. But the tape is like brand new. I mean,
That desert swarm began to swoon that cold October afternoon. Yeah, like I've listened to that tape way too fucking many times.
did you ever have the Bust a Bucket ones?
I did not have Busta Buckets. I just had
Oh my
gangrene.
god. I had Bust a Bucket and they made it like 2 years in a row, maybe 3, and I had 2 of them.
Man, they used to do such cool shit.
Bust a bucket. Bust a bucket.
Be aggressive.
Aggressive.
Be aggressive.
Yep. Oh, the Ducks game is not looking good.
What else?
I mean,
Beat
like
Arizona.
it's frozen. We're up by 25 or so.
Oh,
It's
that's
82-56 with a minute left in the second half.
Ducks up by 4.
Yeah, mine's frozen at 147. It's like
Oh.
just spinning.
Can we talk about Jay Briscoe?
We haven't.
Yeah,
Oh, we
that's
did.
Do we want to?
sucked.
Because that
Yeah,
fucking sucked.
that
like,
fucking sucked.
Bale
Like,
sent the text last night, and I was like, Jay Briscoe. I know that name. name.
it didn't hit
And
me because I thought it was like one of the older Briscoes. I was like, yeah, of course he
Right,
died.
that's what I thought too.
And then I was like, wait a minute. And then like I got on Twitter and I saw like FTR tweeting pictures of them with the Briscoe brothers, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Right.
No, not Jerry Briscoe. It's Jay Briscoe. Oh no. Dude, and I had in the previous couple of years completely fallen in love with the Briscoe brothers. Like they were my second favorite tag team behind FTR. Like absolutely incredible team, incredibly entertaining, hilarious, great style.
They cut some fucking good promos.
Good promo, and they were so unique in their delivery because they were just like weird Delaware chicken farmers,
Bouncing off each other, and
two brothers just talking. Basically, is what it was.
I mean, they've been
And-
practicing cutting promos since they were little.
Oh yeah, you know that they've been doing that. They were in the mirror when they were 5 years old doing their Mark and Jay bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the details I heard, and you know this may or may not be true or be confirmed, but apparently a high driver on heroin dropped his needle and swerved across and killed him and paralyzed his daughter on the way back from cheerleading practice.
That's like I was just reading the police report stuff today, and it didn't specify that, and the driver of the other car was a woman, I think.
Well, I inferred.
But I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just either way. Like, there's at least 2 people dead, and I thought I heard the daughter had actually died, but
Did she die? Yeah, the
Well,
last I heard, she was in
and-
critical condition.
Jay wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and the daughters were wearing seatbelts. Both driving full-size Chevy pickups. One
Delaware, yeah.
swerves across the lane and just pop,
Mm.
head-on collision.
We had when I was in high school, like my senior year, it was weird because we had this kid who like nobody liked. It's hard to explain. Like he was a guy who like tried really, really hard to be funny, but he was just super annoying. He was a fat kid too, so like it was just really he was way too easy to pick on,
Yeah.
and just kind of just generally annoying. But like he was starting to get on different medications to try to regulate his shit, because he had gotten but none of us in high school realized that he had actually had some mental issues that he had later had to deal with. We didn't know that. We were all fucking 15.
Right.
Anyway, like he's on some medication now. He's driving in from Veneta into West Eugene, fucking falls asleep on the way in from Veneta, and comes across the lane and goes toe to toe with a semi. And like he lived, like he just like shattered his leg into 4,600 pieces.
Jeez.
But like, yeah, he didn't die, but like that sort of thing, I think about that sort of stuff all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I've been fortunate in my life to not be faced with a lot of loss. I'm grateful for that.
Right. Yeah, that's just to me like the complete randomness, and like it literally took exact perfect timing for that accident to happen.
Yeah.
And I did the thing of, okay, well, I'm gonna go see what sort of TikTok videos there are, just maybe seeing some wrestling of Jay Briscoe, and I see this guy and he's like, man, I just watched him wrestle like 2 weeks ago, and I he didn't mean to do the Norm joke. He's like, I didn't even know he was sick.
Right.
And I'm like, he wasn't. Maybe want to delete that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was COVID-related death.
I don't even want to start on that. God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Like, definitely, when you think about wrestler deaths, that's probably one of the most sudden. Because you don't, like, can you think of another champion that died? Because I couldn't.
No, and like,
yeah.
I'm gonna get in my soapbox here for a minute. There's an unnamed executive in the Turner Media Group who, about 12 years ago, Mark and Jay said some uneducated things about trans people, gay people, that they later profusely apologized for and clearly changed their ways and showed no ill will or malice towards anybody. But for some reason, this executive made sure that they were never on TV. They never made it onto any AEW TV. And I hope he's happy that he succeeded and they're never going to be on. So, congratulations.
There we go.
Way to go. Good job, buddy. Hope you're happy.
I'm not happy.
I'm not. Like, I'm bummed out. I'm sorry to end the show this way. Like, somebody tell a joke, but like it sucks. Like,
Your
Jay
cunt's
Briscoe.
in the sink.
Well, these people, they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. Always love going out on a joke. Make sure you're checking us out at definitelynotsellingdrugs.com and badfacts.info.
Badfacts.info.
But for this episode, this edition of my show with Alex and Jake, good night, universe.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Go Ducks.
Good Ducks.